Forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know I said me if it could flee. Me have to take away me say. Me have to take away me say. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away me say. Have to take away me say. I have to utilize I wings. Show the eye clean where I relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. I like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I said,
Yes. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. This is Franco along with Flavia.
Yes, good morning.
And today,
good morning all.
You know, it's storytelling, Friday storytelling. And we have an important guest this morning. And he will join us at about 10:30. The man himself, Bishop, the peculiar one. I want to send shout out to all my listeners who are listening this morning from North America to the Caribbean. And a friend of mine who is all the way over there in Europe this morning, the man himself, Dan. And of course, I want to send a big shout out to the legendary female reggae artist, Miss Pam Hall. Big up to you this morning. Flavius, how is Jamaica this morning, man?
Oh, brilliant sunshine, looking good, I guess. But we are on day 2 of our lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the roads are like because you can't go there. So I am in my house,
and this
peeping out.
So all your food supply, you have enough stock up?
Well, I hope so. I have some food, so I don't know how long it will last, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, all right then. So for kick it off, we're gonna kick it off with Pam Hall, Ease My Soul. This is a monster one. Ease My Soul.
Ease my soul, oh Lord, lighten my burden, I pray. Heal my wounds, reduce my pains, give me strength. For on your name I call, you promise to comfort one and all. Hear my prayer, so Jah, and give me strength. For though I walk in this dark valley, on and on. Oh, and when temptation comes my way, there'll be no place for the devil round here. No, 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 like no, a true soldier. Oh yeah, I'll keep on fighting on. Oh Lord, I depend on thee. Oh, he's my soul. Oh Lord, lighten my burdens, I pray. Heal my wounds, reduce my pains, give me strength. For on your name I call. You promise to comfort the one and all. Heal my prayers, soldier, and give me strength. Oh, ease my soul, Lord. I pray. Oh, give me strength. On your name, on your name, on your name I call. You promise to comfort.
Ease my soul, the music of the legendary Pam Hall. Flavius, what you have for us this morning?
Yes. Yeah, we have a did you know? And then we have a short story. One leads into the other.
True, true.
Yeah, some very important things in this did you know? So how many of us how many of us remember or know anything about the Jamaica transportation system in the early times? And how many of us know about the tram car? The tram car was first introduced in Jamaica in 1896 when the Jamaica Streetcar Company started its horse car system in Kingston. The route went as far as Raytown on the east, Maypem Cemetery on the west, and Constant Spring, some 6 miles north of the city. The tram car were ordered from John Stevenson Company in New York. The cars took people to work, children to and from school, and on outings to places like Oak Botanical Gardens and the Rockford Garden. Most of Kingston was covered by a network of tram cars. In 1896, the West India Electric Company, which was registered in Canada, bought the horse tramway and began the process of electrifying their operation. In 1899, Kingston First Electric Line, which ran from the train depot on Orange Street to the foot of King Street, was put in place. In 1923, there were a new owner, and listen carefully, people, a Canadian organization called Jamaica Public Service Company from 1923. And it was a Canadian company with that name, which also provided all electricity utilities on the island. That's when Jamaica started getting electric light, and it was by the same Jamaica Public Service Company. The tram service existed for 44 years and ended only in 1948, before I was born. The tram lines were covered with asphalt to make way for motorized vehicles. And I know if you go to Paradise Street or the bottom of Bray Street, you can still see the tram lines. Now, Imagine my surprise when I went to Toronto, Canada in 1974 and saw that part of their transportation offering was a tram car system that they call streetcar. Remember, you know, we stopped ours in 1948. And I know up to today, 2020, this tram system is still operating in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
If we move on a little bit more now, the Jamaica Public Service Company Limited is the sole distributor of electricity for the island of Jamaica. The company can trace its roots back to 1892 when the country became one of the first in the world to have electric power. Now, if we got electric power in 1892, why are we where we are now? It was a mere 13 years after Thomas Edison perfected the electric light bulb. But that story is another day, because I have some really strong views on why we are where we are now, how did we get there, but most importantly, what can and should we do to get back on the track for the survival of Jamaica. That we will set up a day where I will speak to that. I will try and get someone else who can, come and support me, or who might have a totally different view from mine. But we'll get a conversation going, because that is something that Jamaica needs to look at. I mean, seriously. Because if we are so far ahead of the game from in the 1890s, are we regressing? I mean, what have we not done to keep the momentum going? Okay.
All mismanagement. Everything a mismanagement.
Oh yes. But you see, unlike a lot of people who like to criticize and break down, I do have a solution.
Tell them.
It's not an easy fix, but when we get to that, I will speak to what we need to do and what we can do, because we can do quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We can do quite a lot. Okay, so we're going to move from there now into the story. And the story is around another defunct entity in Jamaica that we wonder why these things are defunct. If you go to London now, they have what they call the overground trains. You have the underground trains. And you have trains all over the place. And yet in Jamaica, we had trains going well, but we're not using it. We're not utilizing it anymore. We have stopped it completely. The railways of Jamaica constructed from 1845.
Wow.
Was the second British colony after Canada to receive a rail system. Construction started only 20 years after the one in Britain. Mm-hmm. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm.
He was the second in the world after in the colonial world after Canada. And of course, Canada still have their massive railway system, and they have light rail, all kind of rail thing. And we decided that we will get rid of ours. We didn't understand the importance of the rail system in Jamaica. Okay, on to the story now. This is a nice story, very short but very nice. Cambodia, I think in 1980, 81 or 82 or something like that. I had a visit of two cousins and a friend from England. They were born in England and they came for an holiday. And when they came, they say, "You have to take us to Sunsplash." I said, "Okay." No, I remember working week at a time, so I said we have to go by public transport. For some reason, I didn't want to take the bus and go on the North Coast. I don't know. I can't remember why now, but I decided to take them on an adventure. And this is in the last years of the train. So I decided, say, we should go to Monterey by train and come back by train.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, it was an experience of a lifetime. Firstly, I must tell you, I must go to the end before I, start at the beginning. The journey took us 1 day. I can't remember exactly what time we left, somewhere around 9, somewhere early in the morning, and we got there at about 6 or so in the evening. I mean, nothing was wrong with that because just in time to get ourselves together to get into Sunsplash. I know Sunsplash is a big crowded place, so it takes time to get your tickets and get inside and all of that. Now, why make this? Why the train ride and the whole journey was so special? Is because they had never experienced it before in the first place, and I don't think I had actually done a cross the island tour on the train, the full journey either myself. The train started off nicely, and we going along, through Spanish Town, and I think it stopped in Spanish Town, and they will move again, and we went to somewhere else. Now, when you reach the station, you have a platform, and you have a little house. So we came to this place and we stopped, I think just to pick up some passengers or whatever. But then I see the driver got out of the train and went to the little house. And he sat on like a little veranda and a big table in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the lady bringing out all kind of food. So it looked like he was having his breakfast while we were there waiting. But there was no time to get bored. In fact, this is something we probably can look at. When the train stopped, a few passengers came on, I guess a few left us. But a barrage of sellers came on. It was like a marketplace. They came on selling, things like coconut drops and peanut cake and then bigger items. You could get food items, you could get, pineapple, fresh pineapple. You could get all sorts of stuff that you could eat at a time or you could take with you or whatever. And then when the driver was finished and ready to go again, all the vendors left. And throughout the complete journey, this is what every stop he made, vendors came on. And so when you're traveling through Jamaica, each area that you go have different offerings based on what they cultivate in that particular area. You have roast yam, and then you have raw yam and all that. But I'm saying that you could actually don't go to if you need to take the train, you don't need to go to the market because everything is coming on the train that you can buy. If you are like going home, you can have a bag and you pack your bag, and every stop you make, you will know that this is a yam place, the other place is a vegetable place, and everybody coming on and selling. And it was like that throughout the whole journey. And Franco, if you can give them a little of Miss Lou.
Yeah, man, I can give them some Linstead market.
Yeah, let me hear what, this wasn't a stationary market in Linstead, this is a moving market on the train.
All right.
Carry me a kick on a Linstead market, not a quatty what sell. Carry me a kick on a Linstead market, not a quatty what sell. Oh Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. Everybody come feel up, not a quatty what sell. Everybody come feel up, not a quatty what sell. Oh Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. No, Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. Make me call it out the Aki, red and pretty them tan. Lady boys on the morning breakfast, rice and Aki yam bran. Oh Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. All the picnic come ling-a-ling, to where them woman up ring. All the picnic come ling-a-ling, to where them woman up ring. Oh Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. Oh Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. Oh Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night. Lord, not a bite, what a Saturday night.
Yes, Flavius.
Yes, and this was every day. It was only Saturday night at Linstead Market, but the market was big on the train. Mm-hmm. And what happened? The people who came on at a particular stop, they don't. All of them don't get off when the train moves off. Some of them stay for 2-3 stops.
Okay. And
then they get off. Mm-hmm. I don't know where they get back to where they're coming from, but probably wait on the other train going the other direction. Mm-hmm. But then, my cousins were there, and they were just fascinating.
Yeah, man.
They were fascinating because we were buying stuff that we were eating and all that stuff, Mm-hmm. And then you have some young boys. Boys are brave and macho or whatever. Mm. These boys, while the train was moving, these boys was climbing on the train window, and they ending up on the top of the train. And they are walking on the train, and the train is moving, and they're having fun up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they come off and go on, come off and go on. But we inside the train now, it was like we were on a movie set. We were watching a movie, or was on a movie set. Mm-hmm. Because the action inside the cars and the train was something else also. You had arguments, you had, dispute over cost of goods, or people who know each other and had something, so a lot of things were happening. No quiet time at all. None at all. And the Britishers were just there looking, and enjoying themselves, but they were just astonished because they have never seen anything like that. I don't know who has seen anything like that. And like I say, it took us one whole day. Mm-hmm. Because every stop takes a time. You probably drive for 5 minutes and stop for 15.
Yeah.
And you keep going and until you reach Montego Bay. Mm-hmm. But I think it was a great experience,
It definitely is, because
it's a good way. It's a good way to know Jamaica, especially through the middle of Jamaica, because the train went straight through the middle of Jamaica, and you also if you're into geography and all that, you will learn a lot. You learn what each era produces. How people sell and the cost they sell it at. All these things. It was a serious learning experience and an entertaining one too. It was very, very, very entertaining. It was very nice. So when we got to Montego Bay, we bought our tickets, and then another drama started again. This is where this part of the story ends. But the drama of getting in and realize that the whole place was dirt you were on. And you can't leave because Reggae Sunsplash was an all night thing. So what you end up doing is buying what is famously known as reggae beds. I don't know if anybody know what reggae beds were at that time, but it was like a big cardboard mat, and that is where you spend your time. You have to sleep. You sleep and wake and you listen and whatever on your reggae bed. That's a all different story.
Yeah.
That we can talk at another time.
So the ride back to Kingston, or was it the same?
Same thing, man. Same thing. It's like every day, both ways. I guess we didn't see as much coming back or enjoy it as much because by that time we were totally tired because we never slept. When you go some Sunsplash, you don't sleep. And then, some of the big acts them coming on at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you can't miss that. So we were all beaten out and all that coming back. But we did see the same activities going on. And everybody having fun. That's the good thing about it. Everybody was having fun. The people coming on and selling, the boys on the train top. People are having fun just as much. So it was a pleasant journey and a pleasant return also. And of course, no accidents. The train traveling at a very reasonable speed. And like I say, it's spent longer at the station than when it's actually moving.
Let me ask you a question, Flavy. When did they stop the train system? Because they stop it once and then they resume it like sometime in the 90s again. When did they first stop it?
Yeah, I think about 92 they stop it, kind of permanent. But we probably can talk our day where we can talk more about the train and tell some stories and whatever.
I have a train story too where we took a train from railway all the way to Bagwalk as a football.
Yeah, and I have some strong views on the train. I like the train. I think it is needed. You have to diversify your transportation because transportation is so important. And the train, in most of these countries, the train play a big role in all of that. I know in the UK they depend on the train a whole lot. In Canada too, places like that, and of course, other places all over the world they have, because right now they have what they call the fast trains, the top trains and all that.
The bullet.
So train is important.
True.
Yeah.
Well, glad to hear your story, Flavius. I know you have a lot of story in here, but you don't pretend like you never have that much. But we're gonna take time, bring them out week after week. Well,
they're coming back. Coming back.
True.
And I just think remember a Paradise Street and Willow Road there, and then right along at the bottom of Bray Street. I know that the tracks are still there for the tram car.
Okay.
And that was Jamaica major mistake. Because, you see, what we do when something new comes, we don't try to merge them and operate them together. We somehow somebody decides, say, okay, cars are here now, So we need a road for cars. You can't have tram cars and regular cars. Can't work. So we just kill tram car. I mean, how great tram car would be now in Jamaica with all this traffic congestion and all that. That will work so well, you know. And when they go to other countries and see that they still have the tram system going today, and they have the cars and the buses and all that, and the trains, you wonder what we were thinking, you know?
Yeah, a big loss.
Very, very. Oh yeah, I think so. I think it was a major loss. I mean, tram car is not for everywhere, but the city needs something like that where people can move around easily. Because the tram has its own line, so you don't have the traffic jam and all these things. And I know in Toronto they have some very serious laws as it relates to the streetcar. Like when they stop and let people, you can't pass them.
Okay.
You have to stop behind them because they don't want any accidents of hitting people and all that. So you can't pass them. Normally you can when they are moving, but when they stop, everything stops.
Yeah.
But proper management, man, things can work together. You know? Because we are paying so much money now to transport goods all across Jamaica, going by trucks and cars and whatever. And with our bill, you know, our petrol bill, so much. Train can carry so much more. And because it cuts across, it's not going around all the cars. The train thing is normally straight across, so it's nearer. And you can put a lot of cars on it, and you can carry cargo, and you can carry people. At one time, I proposed to them that what they need to do is to, like Portmore, that have so many people, and all of them work in Kingston. And there is a train station at Gregory Park.
Okay.
Gregory Park to downtown Kingston, and the train is about 5 minutes, you know. About 5 minutes. And that can carry hundreds of people. Now we are using bus and cars, and people have to wake up from 4 o'clock to try and get to work at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we used a time that I remember them days when I used to do Spanish Town. And there's a train station also in Spanish Town, right at the bus terminal.
Yeah, if you load up a Spanish Town, you come to Gregory Park and you pick up. That is 10, 15 minutes maximum. And when you reach town, I mean, you're not tired and, you know, beat it out and all that. It will be so relaxing because of the quickness of the commute. But nobody listened to me, you know. They want to do toll road and all these things that costing people more and more and more, when they could just say, put in the train, everything is there already. All they probably need to do is to buy some new train cars. That's about it.
Government never listened to the people, you know, remember that. The voice, voice of the people is never heard.
Yeah.
Them only
it's not good. Actually, it's not good. We're not being very practical in most cases. And we have to be practical for things to work well, to work properly. And then you have, you know, people, a lot of people live in Ola, but that work in Kingston also. And when they had brought back the train in the 90s or the 80s, that was one of the rules that they put in place, and it worked very well. You sit on the train from Olaba and a few minutes. But all of this is not okay, you know, because I don't actually see that people should be leaving Olaba. Okay? Like now we have thousands and thousands of people each morning, or hundreds, let's say hundreds of people coming from Buff Bay and Alaska Bay area to work in town, in Kingston. I think that is one of that is one of the ways that we are falling down badly. We need to have the people work close to where they live, because this is affecting family life in a great, great way, because a parent will have to leave home to get to work. They have to leave home before the kids leave to school. And they come home when they're gone to bed. What kind of life is that? What kind of influence they can have on the children? Or can they help them with homework and all that? If they're always hurt, always there. And one thing that we don't seem to understand in this country is that commerce is what is required in every area for it to grow. And if you are working in Kingston and you don't have no time in your area, you have to do all the commerce in Kingston. That's why everywhere else is so down. And Kingston is the only place up. But that's another series.
Another story that too as well.
Yes, another big story. That is my pet peeve.
Okay.
I can talk for a very long time.
I know you miss those days.
Yeah.
So I go so that you can reminisce. I'm going to give you this one by Miss Louise Bennett. Long time, girl, me never see you, cause I know you want them thing you come back. Whole time something, we hope it come back again. So Miss Lou with long time, girl.
Now you see, that is the Jamaican welcome song. Come make me hold your hand. Now you have to welcome me, I welcome you. So you're going to sing with me. Come make me hold your hand. All right, yes dear. But I don't want to hear anybody say, come let me hold your hand. You see? Because you're going to pile up the culture. No matter with that. Come make me hold your hand. Come make me hold. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. It is a long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. Feel head jump, cross, sit and patrick and pick up the blossom. Make me hold your hand, girl. Make me hold you. Wheel and turn. This long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me wheel and turn. It's a long time, girl, me never see you. See what happened? I don't want to hear anybody saying walk and talk. And when I go to Canada, I don't have any trouble with this because they naturally say walk and talk. This long time, girl, me never see. Come make me walk and talk. It's a long time, girl, me never see. Come make me walk and talk. Feel head jump, cross, sit and patrick and pick up the blossom. Make me walk and talk. Like we walk and talk. Now we're coming to the mentor. You know the mentor that go ta 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 ta. You know that part? Yes, man. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl. Come, wheel and turn till
Yes. Miss Lou, long time gal, we never see you. Right about now, we have on the line with us the man who's going to come inside and tell us a story, his story, the one and only Bishop, the peculiar one. Bishop, morning, welcome to the Real Stuff Podcast.
Blessings, Franco. Privileged to be here.
And yeah, Flavius on the line too from Jamaica.
All right. Blessings and love, Flavia.
Good morning, Bishop.
How are you, brother?
I'm good. Good to have you.
Man, thank you for taking me down memory lane, cause I remember taking the diesel also.
Okay.
Yes, man.
So Bishop, I want to ask you a question before you start tell your story. Why did they call you the peculiar one? Or why did you name yourself the peculiar one?
Well, thanks for that question, because I got the name Bishop from I was about 17 as a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also gotten so many other nicknames, And what you find happening is most of the nicknames has to do with my skin color. So I get every name you can think about in the black arena, in the black arena, ranging from blacker tea, blacker shine, blacker even midnight, But over the years, I've been somewhat what you can consider a person that is defiant, especially when I have a stance that is worth standing on.
Mm-hmm.
And people would call me, things and names along that line. My grandmother would say I am Metish. It's a name I only hear from her alone and nobody else. Like she developed a name for me.
Mm-hmm.
So over time, I understood what people were saying about me. They found me to be a different, unique kind of person where kind of stand out a little different way from others, And so if everybody been giving me a name, I just put on an extension clip on the Bishop and call myself the peculiar one. So that will sum up everything I think what people would want to say about me from before, Even till today, I'm still, even in the Christian community, I'm being called some other names. I'm being called two-sided. I'm being called, rogue Christian. I've been using some names, brother. So I just see it to make it clear as to what I think they are trying to say. And the word of God calls me a peculiar people,
Mm-hmm.
So you're a peculiar people, then I'm the peculiar one.
So them call you two-sided as well too?
Yes, because of a view I'm going to share shortly, because most people have it down that if you get saved, you're just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So this is why I look at it as a Franco and Brother Flavor. You see, as an individual, we are multifaceted, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if I do painting, and you know me as a painter, that can't define me. Because in that moment, I'm just a painter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If it's a wife, I am there as a husband. That don't define me. That's just one component of me. I'm a husband.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I am a minister, that's just one side of me also. I am a minister.
Okay.
So talent and gifting is things that individuals have but don't define them. You know what I mean? Now your character must speak towards who you are and things that you will do and won't do. And again, we're going to share some of these things in this segment here,
So that's how them judge you?
So
well, I don't to the word judge quickly, I'm just saying, okay, so I have two labels. I do two forms of song.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to explain why as we go along, because this is really the story I'm about to share. But I have two labels for music. One is called peculiar recordings, because music that I do specifically for the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a next set of music that I call left hand productions, because those are music that I do for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because of my integrity, I have nothing that is not palatable to offer to somebody. The only difference is the things that I offer on the behalf of the Lord, I give that freely. I don't put a dollar amount against it because that don't belong to me. I can't charge for it. I can't block that message with a dollar figure. But the other things that I do for myself, then I charge for that.
Okay.
Now, if a person wants to partake of that, they buy it. And if they don't want it, they leave it.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see, sir.
So that's one of the reasons why I was told of a brother. I was called of a one brother given.
Hold on, the bishop. Flavius wants to say something. Let me hear what I say. Come through, Flavia.
I'm just saying that is a unique concept. I think I kind of like the concept. Yeah, I kind of like the concept.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. I remember. You see again. I tell you, say I found the word, the one word that I think cover all the things that people really trying to say about me. Because when you use the word unique, is a peculiar stance.
Yes,
very unique for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But here's the difference, though, brother. What I'm trying to use this medium to do is to show others that though it might be unique to me and maybe a few others, it shouldn't be that unique to the Christendom. It should be the common ground thing in Christendom. It should be the thing that is the defining factor with the people. I'm going to share something, and I hope I don't offend my brother who made the statement, because I won't call his name, but it's something that I have to even correct a good friend of mine on. He wants to go ahead and just get up one day and say, "Shut my broken up, sir. Let me go keep a gospel concert and make some money." Now, for him to not be a Christian and to make a conversational thought like that, to make a decision, so boy, in this time, I need to make some money. Let me go find a church and go keep a gospel concert. Get some artists, pay them what they want, get some people to pay at the door, and me just make some money. Now, that is like an original thought of his. So do me rebuke him, I have to understand, say, it's not him come up with that. It's what him see going on. And the church is to be blamed for that. Because we have established such a trend that another person can look on and say, well, I jump on but that train then is a gravy train that. You saw me, Virgin?
Yeah.
So, as I said, I couldn't let that slip by me as a brethren and himself in my hearing. But even though, as I said, me correct him, and I don't even know if him take the correction, because I can only correct ones and ones. I can't force a decision on them. They go and decide what they do, whether they choose the right way or the wrong way.
So Bishop, 1 minute, let me ask you a question. What if he was keeping the concert and pass off the proceed to a charity?
Well, again, that's what we say. We make sure get that part clear, Okay, what's the intent of a thing? Because that's what defines whether the thing is worthy or not worthy, correct? So let's say, for example, he had sit back and said, yo, say this community here and that dire needs and strength, kids them on the corner around there, so them hungry, And I'm going to try to see if I can do something. Even though I am not a Christian, I love Christian music and those who do it, and I get a spiritual charge when them sing. So I went with a pastor and see if I can get some folks to come and do a concert. It's a not-for-profit event.
Okay.
We're not doing this to make no money. We are doing it to help the youth. So every proceed come in going be to fund them youth situation. Me will be the first person to sign up and say, put me on, come have a couple songs.
Okay.
You think what I say?
Yeah, man, I get
and my service will also be for free because I don't charge, period. If somebody calls me in the middle of the night, any day, any time, and say, Brother Bishop, how much you charge to do a gospel concert? My answer is always, I don't charge. The word of God is for free, so if you can bless me, it's all right. Come bless God.
all right.
Suppose say you you will get a change from, say for example, the church I put together and I say, boy, listen up. We want to invite some people. We know them are come from far. We want to give them back a gas money or we want to bless them in them hand something.
Mm-hmm.
But because me tell you that, you say, well, Bishop, I need to get in the time. So, boy, just bless God.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right with me, you know. That's how you want God to deal with that. You dig what I say?
Yeah, man.
Because my effort with the gospel is not to money. Because I am led by the Spirit of God and not just my own will when time I go forward. You might invite me to a concert. Now look how sad this is having over here, Franco.
Mm-hmm.
You invite me to a concert or whatever. And when I come there, you invite me to, you pay me to turn up and to come be with do some songs as you bill me. But when I turn up, I see some things where I go on where displease the Spirit of God and within me dry up. Now, when me stand up instead of sing two songs and bust on rebuke in the place and cut and clear, what happened now? Maybe the last two that reach me because guess what happened? You know that you pay me if you come though.
Mm-hmm.
But my mission is not an assignment by man. So if I turn up and the thing that in a correction and I stop and address it and possibly leave and you know feel nice about the fuck of what me go on with, then me do that for free.
Okay.
You never get me never charge you for that.
Mm-hmm. True. Anyway,
The
other day you were telling me about this song, I'm Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Yes, brother.
I have it for play, but before I play it, I want you to tell the listeners them about it as well.
Well, that song was recorded from as long as 2007,
Mm-hmm.
and the intent of the song was I was putting an album together, and a guy was one guy was a key component to helping me financially at that time when I was seeking financial help.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that he loved every other song on the album, but this one gonna have to put aside because it's too harsh. It's saying some things too strong. It kind of seemed like me reprimand believers or the gay community may speak too loud in their space with certain words. And in that moment, I saw clearly that this mission that I am on is just me and God, you know, because I don't need anybody else to tell me what to say and what not to say. Because everything that I say what I mean and I mean what I say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that is not just in songs, but I try to do that day to day in my living. So whatever I go for saying and declaring is because it's something that I mean. Now, I know the devil would want to silence me because he has the thing going one track away already. Mm-hmm. So who is this little guy out of left field coming out now to put a trumpet against the thing I enjoy it going? The devil not going to be pleased about that. So in this song, I speak to some situations that need to stay pure and not be exalted in some state that they are exalting it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I make it clear that I know that I am wanted dead or alive and Satan would want to take my life. But Jesus, I'm not going to hide, you know?
All right, we're going to play it to make the people them hear it.
Bless it.
Bishop, I don't want you to worry, nor be afraid. I am the Lord your God, and I say, thou shalt not die, but you shall live to declare the words of the Lord. Amen. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan, him want take me life. But Jesus say me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan wouldn't want take me life. But Jesus say me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's inna the vineyard right now, want fi weed up. No things when I right need fi clean up. We can't lay, no we have a speed up. Come we get the big truck, time now fi sweep up. Full time for the world get a shake up. We plead the blood over the things them we mix up. As a Christian your life have a straight up. You can't have your eyes shut, make sure you wake up. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan him want take me life. But Jesus say me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. Sing! I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no be hide. I am the Lord who's. We don't want no more marriage for run down. Homosexual thing me rebuke down. Any stronghold they have to pull down. No me not go calm down. Saddam have to burn down. All the gay rights movement be shut down. We don't want them the things in a jam down. Mind to make more fire have to come down. Father still a look down. Watch him make me come down. I'm wanted dead or alive. Satan him want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. Sing. I'm wanted dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord. How when the devil him a put up resistance, the Father give enough strength for the distance. Holy Spirit give we guide and assistance in a every instance, grace in abundance. If the devil in your life as a nuisance, you are wait long time for deliverance. Come to Christ and get the assurance. What a sweet fragrance, can I get a response? I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan him want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord. God show me pass through the rear view, and me so glad right now say it brand new. He never look good, mucky and mildew. If Christ never passed through me, days would have been few. Me never know say me under a curfew. Holy Spirit did have me in a plain view. Me shoulda mad but him come to me rescue. This is just a preview, want see the full view. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord. Inna the vineyard right now want fi weed up. Enough things when the right need fi clean up. We can't lay, no we have to speed up. Come here get the big truck, time now fi clean up. Full time for the world get a shake up. Plead the blood over the things them we mix up. As a Christian your life have to straight up. You can't have your eyes shut, make sure you wake up. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life, but Jesus said me no fi hide. I am the Lord who's right by your side. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Satan woulda want take me life.
That's Bishop, the peculiar one. I'm wanted, dead or alive. So Bishop.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that this is on what do you call it? It called peculiar recording.
Yeah.
Peculiar recordings. That's the gospel label.
Yes.
And then the other label is I can't remember.
Left hand.
Huh?
Left hand.
Left hand. All right.
You know the Bible says whatever your right hand do, your left hand must not know about it.
Okay. That's what
So the two things don't mix.
That's the question I was coming to, Why you name that one left hand, but you just you clear it up.
Yeah, the two things don't mix, It's like, let me share something a little deeper, see?
Mm-hmm.
So, say for example, I get saved.
Mm-hmm.
I never go Bible school, never go no school, never even pass maybe grade 6 in a regular school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not qualified to be a teacher. Good. But then the Holy Spirit, because of my submission to the will of God in my life, I start to learn the word and somebody said, listen, start teaching Sunday school, the superintendent or whosoever. And over some time, I really developed the skill set of a teacher.
Okay.
Now, you have some people who get qualified to do a thing, but they're not really called to do a thing. Mm-hmm. And the next person now who never qualified, but they are called. Mm-hmm. Continue with the example. So, when after a couple of years, no matter the age range, different folks from different classes would always want to sit in my class. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about something that happened. I'm just giving an example, right?
Yeah, man.
But, or a segue, yeah. So when one person from say for example a popular primary school came by and saw the way the brother or the sister teach, I'm saying, man, I'd like to give you a job at the school, you know. I think a teacher like you would really do well. And say, for example, the brother or the sister say, well, I didn't go to formal education to do this, you know, so I don't have any qualification. I said, never mind, man, I'm the principal, I'll put you in.
Mm-hmm.
So we start them at grade 1. And they're teaching grade 1 for 3-4 years. But everybody will pass through grade 1 is like, always at grade 2, grade 3 is a sing praises of that teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So the principal say, you know what? I think I want to put you up to some higher learning because we're having problem with the GSAT youth and the guys them taking common entrance and these things, you know? So I put them up to 5 and 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And from the move, there's like everybody will pass through that class. They're passing these things with high marks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then the fame and the we call it the wings of his the fame start to spread about to this teacher, man. Boy, it's something exceptional. Now a high school teacher come and say, listen, we have some of your students, you know, some say they're grade 1 teacher, then they're grade 5 and 6 teacher, and you are the one who help them to pass certain things. We want you to help in our O levels and A level classes, you know, because we're not doing well as a high school. Mm-hmm. And again, the brother or the sister said, well, you know, I wasn't really formally trained, you know, but it's a common problem, man. And they start to do that also. Now, remember this, you know, this all started from the person doing what? Teaching in the church.
Yeah.
Now, church, him get paid to teach a Sunday school class?
No.
Nope.
There was no charge to teach in the class. There was no salary. There was nothing like that. It's just a work for the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
From the very first person, take him over to the tertiary level of teaching, you know. Him get a salary. There's a package in place for him where him get paid to do the task that he's doing.
Okay.
From grade 1 to grade 5 to up into whatever level him going.
Mm-hmm.
The book says your gift will open doors for you and make room for you.
You know,
so if the man pays to teach in the kingdom, you teach for free. But when you go to the tertiary world, before you even start the class, the first thing is that you will sit down and negotiate what your recompense going to be.
Mm-hmm.
What's your package? What's your pay?
Yeah.
It's a different thing that the kingdom. Now, I'm not saying that the man them where or the woman them where sing for the Lord or preach for the Lord don't not forget fed. I'm just saying there should be no charge in the kingdom for the work of the Lord. Now, if the Lord give you that job, yeah, He will provide for you. Mm-hmm. The Bible says, go also in the vineyard and whatever is right, I will give it to you. You don't have to go seeking it.
True. You see the example you just give a while ago, so it sounds like a story.
Yes, sir.
that's one of the thing about it. When I listen to your songs, and for you can give the viewers and listeners right now your YouTube channel where they can listen to these songs, both the peculiar recordings and the left hand production, so them can listen to them. Your songs them all sound like it's a story. It come across to me, so I'm just saying it so that others can go view for themselves and listen for themselves. It come across to me as a story, and those are the things.
I'm glad you put that in the the conversation, because you see, while the left hand production music, I don't put slides with those, because it's not really much. I don't have no much. How should I say? Not I don't want people to get what I'm saying, but with the peculiar recordings, I put slides behind those because I want to paint a picture clearly as to what it is that I'm trying to convey.
But the words,
as the Lord laid it on my mind.
The words in the songs on the left hand production. You
Yeah.
can just use the imagination. And that's one of the
Yes.
reasons why when we started this podcast, we decided so we're going to run it first without a camera. Because we want people to use them imagination like when they used to listen to radio. Remember all them
Yeah.
Dulcimina story? You think about Karachi, Georgia, and you say, wait, I want, people to use them imagination again because I guess COVID, as we were talking the other day, say this COVID thing is a negative, but a lot of people go and get a positive out of it.
Yes, brother. Because
Yep.
it all things work together for good. The Bible says it's not just the best things are the good things. Even the negative and the bad things they work together for the good of the believer. You know what I mean?
True,
So
true.
I am saying, you see, just to even add to that point of not being able to see, but imagine. You see, I have a good friend. He's in Boston, David. And me and David talked for about 2 years before I actually even see a picture of him.
Mm-mm.
I only see pictures of David. I've never met him physically. Me and my talk, me and my friends, for about 7 years.
Me have a bigger one than that. Me and a brethren attack for 15 years and we never see each other yet.
Good.
15 years and we are brethren. So just imagine
But you know what that does do, brother? It takes away a lot of prejudice.
True, true.
Because maybe, however you convey him in your mind is just based on his words. So you give him. Yeah, first of all, you give him an attentive ears because that's what you have of him is his words. You understand?
True,
No, the other thing is that every other prejudice dies. So if he was an Indian and you not rate Indian, then that not in a picture because you can't see him.
Him is a
You know what I
lyricist,
mean?
him is a wicked lyricist. You know the term when we say wicked, so people who hear this word wicked is bad. We mean him great in him lyrics.
Good.
He's a lyricist. Yeah, man.
Good.
Tsunami Mike.
Okay. Tsunami Mike.
Yeah, man. MIC, we use the MIC, Tsunami Mike.
I like it.
When I first met your bishop, right?
Mm-hmm.
You told me about this song, Laugh Off of Stress.
Yeah.
And you described the way how you were writing the song.
Yeah.
And that day when you were telling me, I say you need to send me the songs. Send them to me so I can put them on my radio station. Because when I really started this thing, the internet radio station was about helping independent artists, even though we play, big name artists as well. But
Yeah.
the mission statement would tell you that is to help independent artists from the Caribbean. And you were explaining to me Laugh Off of Stress.
Yeah.
That way.
Well, I have two versions of it, okay?
All right, let me hear the next version, yeah.
No, so it was just a remix. So the original is called Laugh Off of Stress, and then the remix is called Mr. Stress.
You see me
the remix.
You see me think says a story again. You're not gonna tell me about Laugh Off of Stress. That's why I'm
I'm going to story, I know, because here's what happened, You see, I was living in California when doing those songs, and I found that most of the patronage that I get from the Left Hand production is from a lot of these folks that are Hispanic, and by nature, Hispanic, yeah, and they will tell me daily that they don't understand the words, but they love the music. It helps them with their stress, And I said, but this very song is called Laugh Off of Stress. So I got a remix done with a young lady named Yendi, a very beautiful voice and woman. She helped me do the chorus and the bridge in Spanish. So they will get that version where they understand what the words are. Now, for me, I am saying stress is something that everybody, the dog stress, the cat stress, mommy stress, daddy stress, picnic stress, the whole world stress. Then at one time I was moving from one place to the other, and I was going through some situation that should be stressful.
Yeah.
And I find stress can't find me same way because, you see, I just have this personality that says, everything will work out because the Lord is in control of everything. So when I pull up at the new location that I was going to be living, the little thing just come, the little rhythm just come to my mind, help me laugh off of stress. Because no one don't even know my address. So if him turn right, he got left. You know what I mean? I keep it positive. Love and joy I give. So stress can't find where I live. You know what I mean? And I try to make this again, that's a song from Left Hand Production.
Yeah.
Now, mentioned earlier, though this is a song that a person have the option to buy or leave alone, it has nothing to do with their salvation. There's no song that I have recorded, whether Left Hand Production or Peculiar Recordings, that I can stand up on a podium and talk it word for word, line on line. Because, as I said, I have nothing but something positive to offer. Now, I have chosen, just as I have chosen to speak, to put a mouth of truth against the things that are misrepresenting the things of Christ, it's like as I put my mouth also against the things that misrepresent a nation by our leaders. So most of the songs them that I'm pushing with Left Hand Production, they are really in the activist vein. Because I think as a Maroon I am by birth, that I have some of the forefathers' spirit within me too.
Yeah.
So I have a Taki and a Kojo. I have the Nani and I have the all of my freedom fighters. You know me from a youth, and I learn what these folks went through. I look at Sam Sharp and Paul Bogle. Those were two deacons. These were ministers who decide that enough is enough. You understand? And they went out and declared what their faith is, but more so went and rolled up the sleeve in the struggle for freedom.
True.
And I'm saying we don't want Jamaica to get to a place where that have to happen all over again. It will be sad because the persons that are now sitting in the executive seat are those who represent our skin color now.
True.
And I don't want to sound like I'm coming off now with any racist conversation because I'm really not. I'm just saying those that are in the position to let things happen better, they should. So one of the songs that I would love for you to even play on the ear because most people fear playing it. I give it to the station in Jamaica and I don't hear one play it.
Which one?
You understand?
Which one?
It's the meeting.
The meeting.
Where I want a meeting with my representatives on the veranda. I don't want to walk all the way to Garden House or Jamaica House.
All right.
Just like when politicians time they come and sit on my veranda and they ask me for my vote and they come and hold the baby and they sweep the yard and do anything else they need to do to get the vote. Let's come now that you're sitting in representation of me, myself and the other rest of Jamaica and citizens. Come and sit down on the veranda just to see him and give us some answers. So, yeah. So if you can cue up the brother, when I love you, put it out the one, you know that.
Yeah, I'm going to cue it up.
Yeah.
So the meeting by Bishop.
The meeting. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I need a meeting. Some people might need some beating. Rhythm. Yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some question, me need them for answer. Me want the two of them pan me veranda. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia. Me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Me have some questions, today them have to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Greener. Hey, TVG, send 2 news anchor. Why the poor tea are coming from England? Who never born and no have no relation? Them a end up turn thief and madman. We don't want stress, send them back where them come from. Tell me when we are gonna stop split Jamaica. Tell you to hear about the Gully and the Gaza. What me a talk about, the two of you no better. Can't cause the kicker when the pot dead the blacker. Where the money where we borrow from the IMF. Where it's spent pan, how much of the what left? When me ask questions on the play dev, yet budget read and we have the bad debt. Here a next question me want find out. What kind of new ID you know I talk about? Me put chip in a me and all about. You mean the mark of the beast Bible talk about? Me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, we need them to answer. Me want the two of them from me veranda. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia, yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, to them have to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. CBM, send 2 news anchor. Me understand Garvey, although me no feel so. Tell me how Manly and Buster turn hero. Them contribution to freedom was 0, so replace them now with Taki and Kojo. Michael Manley said my father born ya, but enough people left when him link up with Cuba. Remember the scandal with PJ shall waver? I shall return and him come back as we leader. One to the bunny where the borrow by Siaga. When him fi play it back, him tell we him no member. Him left and gone, but me there still a wonder if him did ever pay back poor Jamaica. He never look back to the rest of Parliament. When the last female leader of government, make sure she increase the pension payment. Just so she know she a head for retirement. Me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Me want the two of them from me veranda. Me have some questions, me need them for answer. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia, yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, two of them have to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. Hey, BBC, send 2 news anchor. Call this meeting together for the hear me. Come me attack on behalf of me country. My voice represent the majority. So me want the two of you listen keenly. We eat on a sell out with country. And the way on the misrepresent we. We eat all we God bless country. Have a set of leaders we act like Anansi. Me tired of the PNP and GLP. Tired for swap black dog for your monkey. Yeah, me tired of the crime and the poverty. God know me tired for go a bed hungry. Me talk about things people think about. And I nothing me a beg or a seek out. Me see me country a crash, so me reach out. And from me little bit, them say me have goat mouth. So me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, we need them for answer. Me want the two of them from me veranda. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia, yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Me have some questions, two of them have to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. Hey, TVJ, send me 2 news anchor. Them say all the crime and violence is because of negligence. Them say for blame the parents. Them say we must blame the youth and have no sense. But I think it's the government, parliament. We want betterment. But hear the statement. Yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, we need them to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. Hey, CBM, send 2 news anchor.
Bishop, the peculiar one.
Yeah.
The meeting.
Yes, man.
No, Flavius, you hear the meeting?
That is a good call.
Me I tell you. The first time I hear it, me I tell you it have me cracking up, but the lyrics tight, positive.
Yeah.
And you say no radio station never want to play it?
They don't want to play it.
Well, play upon the Real Stuff podcast. Tell them so we first play it.
Real stuff. Listen, the name is the real stuff in us. So. No fluff is the real stuff.
No. But I don't see nothing wrong with it. Why they refuse to play it?
No, well, is what you call it? People want to stay on the politically corrected side. You know, They don't want to vote. You know. You see, when we're independent, really truly independent, when a man is independent, it means that he's able to say what he wants to say because he means what he says and he says what he means.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say it behind closed door, I can say it in front of any audience just to see it. There's no water in it.
Yeah.
So you have some people now, the only way that we started now is, say for example, now people start to call in to real stuff now and say, hey, you guys play a tune again for me now, and then the next day man say, you play it again now.
Mm-hmm.
And those who view the viewers and the listeners of real stuff start to really get care of it and start to play it, them start to share it.
Yeah.
Then guess what happens now? Some of these radio stations, they start calling them and ask them for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now when the demand starts to come, it is in the libraries, so they have to play it.
Mm-hmm. True.
But if I hear one of them going to say, well, it's the people is asking for this song. I don't know. You tell me what you think, and edge out like that.
Flavius.
But eventually, go ahead, brother.
Flavius.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on it? For them not to want to play it on the radio station. What do you think?
Well, it is non-partisan, but it is anti-establishment. That's what it is. And people don't want to be anti-establishment because whoever is in power, them still looking favors from them.
Yeah.
And people are afraid to buck the system. Who can bail the cat?
Yeah, we're going to put the bell around the cat's neck.
I like that flavor.
Bishop, I am going to put a few people because I have some very, very strong opinion of why we are where we are. So,
yes, brother.
And I also have the solution to the problem.
All right.
There are a number of solutions. So I think I will definitely invite you as one of the guests that day. You get probably about two more people, and I will lay my point out and what I think or what because I have something. Let me tell you, just a little. It was claimed that we had independence in 1962, right?
Speak to me.
But you can't be independent and you're still worshipping someone else.
Or under the dictator of somebody else and be independent. Go ahead.
You can't be answering to somebody, and that is what is built into our constitution.
Yes.
Because our constitution say the Queen is the head of Jamaica.
Yes.
So if the Queen is the head of Jamaica, how can we be independent?
As we're not.
So, this whole independence should be quashed completely because we are nowhere near being independent for many reasons. But the main one is that we never did get independence.
Yes.
They can dictate to us, or they have been dictating to us. Now, what is the most powerful thing in the country, Franco? What do you think is the most powerful thing in the country? In any country?
The most powerful thing or person?
Yeah, in any country. In any country.
The economy?
No. It's not the economy.
The people?
It's not the politician. It's not the people. The most powerful thing in any country is courts.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
And the head of our court system is in England.
That's the Privy Council.
They have the final decision on everything.
Yeah, that's true. The Privy
Council.
Council.
How can you be independent and the most powerful organization in your country is actually in another country? And the people who are administrating that is not part of your country in any way or form. So how can that be?
It's like we were talking about every case that got to the Privy Council that we heard of. That those people never get released. They were always turned down.
Yeah. But the Privy Council react on what the political situation is and what is best for their country. Because if the Privy Council realize that if I give the decision, they have like a war in Jamaica, they're not going to do it because it's for them. It's not good for the Commonwealth. So, but like I said, it's for another day. We don't want to take up any more of the Bishop's storytelling time.
Well, here's the thing about that.
Bishop, the people them are ball for the meeting, you know. Them say fi drop the meeting again.
Yes, so man,
Cul-
exactly
cul-
what I
cul-
said, brother.
Culture docs say fi drop. Culture docs say fi drop the meeting again.
Blessings and love, culture that. Enough respect.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
drop
love
it,
the
culture
meeting.
that. We're gonna drop it, but
I
when
love the meeting, you know. I love the meeting.
yeah, so continue, Bishop.
And no.
Hold on. May you feel it was there.
Before you continue, Bishop, the meeting, I have something about in a meeting. So you maybe can merge them a little bit because my concept, Frank, of in a meeting, if you want to get something done and you have to speak to some executive of government or private sector or whatever, most times you hear they are in a meeting.
Yeah.
He's in a meeting.
True.
She's in a meeting. It's like you have about 36 hours of the day, which is more than 24 people in meetings.
Hey,
So,
hold on there.
so
Hold on there.
if they are in meetings so much, what time they get to do the work?
That's the trick. Them not do no work. Them just I tell you, so them in a meeting.
But
Forget
here's
whether you-
something now. Here's something now. Because, hold on, Virgin. I want to something right there. So don't move. Flavor, don't move.
We are feeling this.
You hear me, now, brother? You see,
Go ahead.
I was thinking about the music video, you see, for the meeting. And you just give me the perfect intro. The perfect intro
Okay.
is before me tell them some want it from a veranda. It's because we've been calling around trying to get everybody's in a meeting.
That's it. Perfect. Yes.
So, we like it. We love it. I'm going to take it. I tell you from now that never use. So no, me I tell you that.
Yes. No problem.
All right, for the sake, everybody, we'll just drop it one more time. The meeting. All right?
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, I need a meeting. Some people might need some beating. Rhythm. Yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some question, me need them for answer. Me want the two of them pan me veranda. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia. Me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Me have some questions, today them have to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. Hey, TVG, send 2 news anchor. Why the poor tea are coming from England? Who never born and no have no relation? Them a end up turn thief and madman. We don't want stress, send them back where them come from. Tell me when we are gonna stop split Jamaica. Tell you to hear about the Gully and the Gaza. What me a talk about, the two of you no better. Can't cause the kicker when the pot dead they black up. Where the money where we borrow from the IMF. Where it spend pan, how much of the what left? When me ask questions on the play deaf, yet budget read and we have the bad debt. Here a next question me want find out. What kind of new ID you know I talk about? Me put chip in a me hand and all about. You mean the mark of the beast Bible talk about? Me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, me need them to answer. Me want the two of them from me veranda. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia. Yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, today them have to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. CDM, send 2 news anchor. Me understand Garvey, although me no feel so. Tell me how Manly and Buster turn hero. Them contribution to freedom was 0. So replace them now with Taki and Kojo. Michael Manley said my father born ya, but enough people left when him link up with Cuba. Remember the scandal with PJ shall waver. I shall return and him come back as we leader. Want to the money where the borrow by Siaga. When him fi pay it back, him tell we him no member. Him left and gone, but me there still a wonder. If him did ever pay back poor Jamaica, he never look back to the rest of Parliament. When the last female leader of government, make sure she increase the pension payment. Just so she know she a head for retirement. Me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Me want the two of them pan me veranda. Me have some questions, me need them for answer. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia. Yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions, today them have to answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. Hey, BBC, send 2 news anchor. Call this meeting together if you don't hear me. Cause me attack on behalf of me country. My voice represent the majority. So me want the two on a listen keenly. We eat on a sell out with country. And the way on a misrepresent we. We eat all we God bless country. Have a set of leaders we act like Anansi. Me tired of the PNP and GLP. Tired of swap black dog for a monkey. Yeah, me tired of the crime and the poverty. God know me tired fi go a bed hungry. Me talk about things people think about. I know nothing me a beg or a seek out. Me see me country a crash so me reach out. And from me little bit them say me have goat mouth. So me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Have some questions me need them fi answer. Me want the two of them pan me veranda. Since it's no more Bruce and Portia. Yo me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. Me have some questions today them have fi answer. Me a invite the Star and the Gleaner. Hey TVJ send me 2 news anchor. Them say all the crime and violence is because of negligence. Them say if we blame the parents. Them say we must blame the youths and have no sense. But I think it's the government, parliament. We want betterment. Or hear the statement? Yo, me want a meeting with Andrew and Peter. On some questions, we need them to answer. Me I invite the Star and the Gleaner. ACDM, send 2 news anchor.
Why, Bishop, you see the rhythm?
Yeah.
Bad to the bone.
You know what the rhythm? You know what the rhythm name?
Boom. Where rhythm name?
Accountability.
Whoa! If I laugh, I bust up. Accountability. The meeting and the rhythm, accountability. Wicked tune, Bishop. But I'm telling you, I think this supposed to reach the ears, the earwave in Jamaica, the dancehall DJs, them everybody. Because I guarantee you, people going to be asking for this, so be prepared. Be prepared.
Well, I tell it this way, so brother, you see, I believe that, you see, once the art is in the right place and the intent is perfect, whatever the work is to do, it will be done.
True.
You know what I mean? I am one that don't take account of time and space because we know that is infinite, it's man-measure time. And as my grandmother always said, you see, success, as though some people looking for it, it's not a destination. It's really an intention. It's where opportunity meets preparedness, you understand?
Yeah.
So I put out the work as it is on my heart. I don't speak things unless I feel it from the inward part. I might have to say it might just resonate with a few, and that is okay. And if it resonates, that's even better. Okay. But whatever, like, okay, I'm going to give you an example. Next Lefan production song is as simple as Speaking My Truth. You have a song, I have most of these songs on Spotify.
Yeah.
The only songs that I don't put on market.
Hold on, man. Stick up in. You have all of these songs, or most of them on Spotify?
Yes.
So why you make me play from this platform?
I don't know.
when could I mix the thing them better than this? Come on, Bishop. Anyway, continue, man. Continue.
You wouldn't find the peculiar recordings. But I have a distributor called DistroKid.
Okay.
That distribute me over 180 different platforms. And Stefan production. So all the way in Africa and all places that I have never gone before. There is a song called I Know What Me Want, where the people them seem to love it even more than the one I thought should have been the number 1 song.
Okay. I
thought that Laugh Off a Stress would be the one that transcends all boundaries and borders because everybody in the world familiar are acquainted with stress.
Yes, true.
But then I just telling my story because this song, I Know What Me Want is money. It's just a statement that my granduncle made to me when I was a youth. the very first time I ever engaged the thought of going to seek a job is, are we there?
And I'm still
Yeah,
here.
man.
I'm still here with you, man.
Yeah.
Are your time, you know? Are you your time for shine? Are you tell the story, big man?
So, well, what happened is my granduncle is Portius, my mother's uncle. He had a garage on Princess Street and North Street. No, sorry, Orange Street and North Street there.
Orange Street
In
and
Kid.
North Street, yeah. Porsche's bus,
Yeah.
them, right? The Porsche's bus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's my grandfather's younger brother.
Good, good,
Okay.
good. I know the people them
Yeah.
well. I know the people them well, man.
Yeah, brother. So when I was going Meadowbrook and we had a summer break in grade 7. Everybody in my classmates and all them folks, they're trying to get things like a summer job, that supermarket or grocery stores and them things. And I have some friends up in Belvedere that was burning coal. So they convinced me to go up there and burn some coal with them. And brother, I pack one skill. Is the smallest skill of all who are pack skill. And yes, still my hand them blister up, and when I pull this skill, I get like a bag and a half. I mean, so the amount of work put into that to just get a bag and a half, this is enough for me.
True.
So believe then, cause for money. So I'm gonna leave and I check my granduncle, and he was having breakfast in the morning, and I stopped by the house and I told him, Daddy James, we can do some summer work in the garage. And the man still eating and answering. I asked 2 more times and to lift up him head from him breakfast. So his wife said, James didn't the boy said he want work. So the man give her, the man said, oh him don't want work. What you want? Now, long story short, at that time, him give me a little work, but it was even attention and one way for problem. But never left me. He had said that to me as a youth. Now, after doing so many work, I come to a conclusion as an adult now in this space and age and time that I am in, to say, Uncle James never wrong at all. I don't work we want. Nobody know how I work. It's money.
Yeah.
But in order to get money, we have to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, and I was actually looking and doing some self introspection and looking at the things that I have done because of money or the need of money. I stopped and I resolved that, I have truly not tapped into my true purpose because I've always been sidetracked to how I'm making money. So when I made a decision in 2017 that, listen, I'm going to more try to empty myself, because when my Savior was on the cross at 33 years old, he said, it is finished. And not just he meant that man's salvation was finished, but I look at it from this vantage point. Everything that he brought for mankind in this realm, he gave them everything, nothing left. So dying, he never go to the cross, dying and have so much more leave to offer. He give them everything. So I am saying, at this stage, I am at a place now where I am saying, if I want to die, I can't feel like the man finish because it don't even start good yet. So now my job is to try to empty myself of everything that the Lord has placed within me of this world.
So make we give them a taste. I know what I want.
This one might cause some people to misunderstand. They might have the wrong interpretation. I'm just saying it's not just work. Put money in the hand. Yeah, man. Me there high school, me first year I made a brook. School get holiday, so my money we a look. No for me friend them a bun coal and black up. Me said that enough for me I go look walk. Go check me grand uncle when he Porsche him did have a garage. One leap a bus. Me say me want a job and the man start chant. You a talk about work, I just money you want. I know what me want, I just money. You know much what me I do from me a picnic. I know what me want, I just money. Ask me mother or me stepdad bunny. When me turn 14, me get me first work. Construction site, Martha me mix up. Me not tell no lie, site work kinda rough. The pay did cool, I'll do it never enough. Me take me wall check, me buy a pants and a shot. By the next week, me done left the work. The reason me left, I the one bag of dust. Me nose not stop run. I chew me sinus. I know what me want. I just money. Make me explain this a my life story. I know what me want. I just money. From me a youth, Uncle James don't tell me. Me used to work with a place named Garda. Fill load money as a forklift driver. Night shift me a work so it harder. Me have to sleep in a day like Jackilla. If that alone never bad hear the worst one. Take a break and the money me see down pan. Both me rump and me foot dep on a million. And for the fortnight me not even a see a grand. I know what me want, I just money. You know much what me I do from me a picnic. I know what me want, I just money. Make me explain this a my life story. Now if anyone assumes that me lazy, make me stop and address that firstly. From me a 14 till now me past 40. The amount of work when me do so far plenty. Me used to agitate dog for security. Me pick up buckle, sell cane and jelly. And me one sweep ugly park plaza. Me and Anna sell soda and water. By myself me one run a bakery. When me a youth me did work in a printry. Me pass through more than 15 factory. Me work a shop, supermarket and wholesale. Warehouse, haberdashery and retail. Conduct on a bus we go Dalvey. Me teach speech and drama to picnic. Me used to press a Miss Mac dry cleaners. Sell ice cream all in a winter. Sell cologne, deodorant and t-shirt. Publish a newspaper for a small church. Photography me the thing of me calling. Me used to run the cab in a Brooklyn. Me do security with Baton and Guard dog. But the work at Home Depot did real hard. Telemarket me sell ink and toner. For about 3 years straight me do solar. Me sell bracelet a road make ends meet. Work at one gas station for 1 week. Yellows and lights so me work as a postman. Temp agency made me a doorman. Carpentry Babu try teach me. Me work at KFC down a Ochi. But something down in a me heart always tell me I know what me want, I just money. You know much what me I do from me a picnic. I know what me want, I just money. You can laugh, I no joke but it's funny. What that song you mean? Come make we face it. What's your passion in a life? Mine a music. Everyone have a dream, then we follow. Whether you start, you see they are tomorrow. The love of money that are never my problem. But who a work if nobody not pay them? Money make for me not make for money. Learn about yourself, cause me know about me. I know what me want, I just money. You know much what me I do for me a
Bishop. I know what me want, I just money. Big tune again. Big tune again, Bishop. The work at Home Depot did hard. No, Bishop, I'm telling you, because when I look back on it, I work in the retail industry for 17 years.
Yeah.
And I always think, say, when I was in Jamaica, I do some hard work. But no, sir. Come a foreign and you put on some harder work.
Yeah.
Some things where you go through, you say, boy, if me there yard money, I do some of them things there, you know. But I think that's a transition to as well, and you know, a part of life, part of destiny, you know, destiny as well.
Yeah. Hey, Branko, I want to interject right as well. Mr. My mother just put in a little comment here. Big up Mama Bev, by the way. And think,
yeah, you can it go ahead.
You know, Mother's Day right around the corner because it's Sunday. That's why I say happy pre-Mother's Day from now. And to all the ladies, you know, the chat also, you know. and ladies who are listening and otherwise, happy Mother's Day, big up.
Well, Bishop, we're gonna invite you to join us on Sunday, same platform, for our Mother's Day special. We call it Pampering Mama
Well, they have 2
2020.
tunes here then. We have
Yeah,
2 tunes
Pampering
here.
Mama. You can come co-host it with us, man. Come be a part of the hosting with us. Me and Flavius, we're starting at 3 o'clock, daylight saving time, which is in Jamaica, or in Eastern Standard Time, it'd be 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's 6 hours of music and giveaway. Well, we're gonna have a giveaway, but people have to have to like, subscribe, and make a comment.
Yeah.
That's going to be part of what the giveaway going to be. Plus, people can send greetings to Mama and request songs as well. So it would be good if you can join in with me and host it, along with Flavius.
Yeah,
I am there. You never say it twice.
Yeah, 6 hours. You can come for a portion of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We chop it up, man. We're there.
Yeah, man. I would love you be a part.
Last couple of minutes, if I can, you see. Maybe a 2 or 3 minutes to just kind of, wrap up the thing in a bow and I start away. So, because I know I said some stuff and I move on from place to place. Because we're not really scripted.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this. Understand that when a man says he's a messenger, it's a different thing now when a man says he's an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I see myself as both. Because from the beginning, I am many things.
True.
You know what I mean? So, but when it comes to the message part of things, when it comes to me saying that I am a messenger of God, that you have to look at it from a post office standpoint. If flavors are, if I turn up at your house as a postman, and I say, flavors have mail for you, and when you look at the packaging and you see that come from your son or your daughter in England, and you had a conversation with them a week ago, and you expect this thing maybe 2-3 weeks, but them FedEx it and forward it faster to you. You're so excited because you know the content. You turn to me and say, postman, don't move, and you give me a tip, whatever the amount is.
Mm-hmm.
Pull on a drink and say, enjoy your day, posty. Now, as a postman, I can receive that, and I say, thanks, I'm gone my merry way.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask you for that, but I can receive it, because the workman worthy of his bread, so I can receive it.
Mm-hmm.
Then now, suppose the next day I turn up and I say, well, Flavors may have more meal for you, but guess what happens? In order for you to get it, you have to pay me. Now, if I do that, am I still a postman or am I now an extortionist?
You're extortionist.
Man, come here, extort money out of you. Me elicit you, pay me to get me all your thing hostage. Because remember, I am just the messenger, not the author of the message.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But man, I got tell me, say, him is a messenger. And him a come with a word on the behalf of God. You see, that person is who may have a problem with when them come and tell you, say, well, boy, you can't get it unless you pay this amount.
Mm-hmm.
Because the word says, freely I receive of the Lord, so freely I give unto you.
True.
Now, if me come now and me tell us for entertainment purposes only, I mean, if you want to label it as $1 million, if you have $1 million to spend on entertainment and you want to spend it my way, then fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But don't tell me that you are a messenger and you are charged. These things will set them out against it, And I want to do a little freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Of a tune where speak to that, you understand? It's not yet recorded, but a tune I name How Much. As a matter of fact, I went in a dub form because I want people to hear the words and I don't want them to get caught up in a melody and a rhythm. So the words say, how much you are charged for your testimony? How much you are charged to bring a word come to me? How much you are charged for the songs where you sing for me worship the Lord and bless up the King? How much you are charged for your gospel concert? How much you are charged to come teach at the church? How much a charge for a street meeting? Look how the sinners them know and at them with you win. So much you are charge? Wait, you are star boy. So much you are charge? My girl, oh my. So much you are charge, you are real hireling the amount of zero you mentioned. Now my head now a spin. Hey pastor, me glad to me get you on the line. I want to invite you at the church long time. We invite you to come and come preach to the last. So why you wouldn't want to give the church such a cost? Imagine so we tell you we not have so much cash. And you still have to me say we need to look the mash. What? I saw your price set straight. The church board say, okay, I negotiate. Hey, look at my brother, try to make me laugh. Oh, you mean so right now everything's soft? Well, all right, Pastor, the credit I run out, but I one question me I ask. How much you are charged for your testimony? How much you are charged? That's how I'm name how much, and you can look out for it shortly. It's got up on the peculiar recording channel
True.
soon as we get started, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, Franco, it was a blessing. Me really appreciate the opportunity. Much love, Flavors. Really appreciate what you guys doing.
Yeah, man.
And what strength and support me can pass along this way. Because, you know, we are blessed to be a blessing, you know. So,
True.
platform as a blessing myself. Whatever way I can also be a blessing, you know. Really want to also do that, you know.
True. There's a song I want to play. And it's Mama Needs Some.
Yeah. Well, I want you hold out. No, I want you hold that one until Sunday.
Hold it till Sunday. Okay. Yeah, make them fret.
I want to play Pure and Holy instead.
Pure and Holy. Which one you have that label on?
Peculiar Recording.
Yeah. Oh, you have it on Peculiar Recording.
Yeah. Would love the man.
You have me a swing all over the table this morning. When you could have did easy well, Sir Franco, just go right there so you get all of the music them.
True, baby. I don't know what you want.
There you go. So, thanks for coming on again, Bishop. So
appreciate it, my brother.
We as you know, as we say, we extend the invitation that you join Flavius and myself on Sunday as we pamper Mama. You can be, you know. You can stay with us, or if you want to spend half of the day with us, whatever. Because we start at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Daylight saving time.
I'll be in the mix till 6. And it's a date I won't be late.
It's 6 hours, you know, so it's 9 o'clock.
6 hours, man. I'm there.
All right, so.
And as I said, you know, I don't know if it is open for me to welcome and for carry a guest with me, but you will tell me otherwise, you know?
Yeah, man, we talk about it.
All
right, so just introduce the song Pure and Holy.
Yeah, man, if your life is pure and holy, we're saying, Christians, stand up, let them see. If you're true and not a phony, just raise your hand for all to see. You know, in this time and this age, a man even smoking, him not a cigarette, and him not do it proudly, him not hide. It'll kill him, it'll kill others, but him a profit with all the pride him can profit with. So if we have something greater to offer to the world, which is our faith and our belief, and the only one that can bring us out of our situations, regardless of what it is. Want the believers to be emboldened by faith to stand up and declare, see me, I am one to be numbered as a follower of Christ. And I talk about religion now, I talk about discipleship, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So as a true disciple of Christ, I try to do according to what the word says. You know what I mean? Just raise your hand that you can be counted also. Blessings.
Bless Bishop. Bless every time.
Yes, sir.
Holy, stand up, Christian, let them see. If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
A lot of people misrepresent Christ by the way they lead their lives, allowing the devil to shed a negative light on Christianity. But the word of God is not silent on this matter. Christ says to be holy, for I am holy. So Christians,
If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see. If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
alright, since my conversion, enough temptation, but nothing can touch my salvation. Lot to reach a million, move man a Christian, you can't read me eye, just an illusion, new brand creation. Dash where the old man, edify tongue, chase conversation, things of the world, that's temptation. Go and see Satan, cause you lose me attention.
If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see.
Alright,
If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
my time, just don't meditate. Christ we are imitate, filled with the spirit of God for elaborate. Church need to elevate, so we come for educate. Sitting at the camp and it must get eliminated. Sit on for dominate, Christians will faith. Natural malice, envy, brethren, stop fornicate. Eating make it saturate, just like a bull of cake. Spiritual food is it on your inner heavyweight.
If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see.
Alright,
If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
my time for communion, enter with caution. Make sure say you not eat damnation. Purification, sanctification, the body and blood of Christ and no joke man. No take it for no swing song when everybody jump on before you party. Do some reflection, it's not pastor sermon, not about the deacon. All about Christ and your heart him a look on.
If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see.
Stand up.
If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
Well, enough old demon, pose as Christian. Carbon copy them are just imitation. Judge by them action, watch them reaction. Where we DJ, fear vexation. For information or inspiration, only occurs through a life of devotion. Enough supplication and transformation. We led by the spirit and not your emotion.
If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see. If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see. If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see. If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
Well, this is nothing fictional, take it very literal. Me I tell you about me true testimonial. Step out of the physical, and in the spiritual. Me and God upon a level where celestial. Jesus and me pen pal, Bible and me journal. Holy Spirit in me life instrumental. That's my credential, seal of approval. Me body is the temple of the Lord, is not for rental.
If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see.
Alright,
If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
can I see some hands?
If your life is pure and holy, stand up, Christians, let them see.
Well,
If you're true and not a phony, raise your hands for all to see.
are you holy? Are you walking holy? Are you a true Christian? Or are you just a phony? Be holy.
Yes, yes, indeed. That's the music of the man himself, Bishop, the peculiar one. Let me remind you that this Sunday, starting at 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., we'll be doing Pampering Mama, a musical tribute to Mother. right here on Reggae Nostalgia Internet Radio as well. We'll be simulcasting it on Reggae Nostalgia Internet Radio. You can log on www.reggaenostalgia.com, or you can listen right here on our same YouTube platform. So make sure you send your requests and your song requests, greetings, as well to our WhatsApp, which is 305-964-0373, and that's Reggae Nostalgia. Or you can utilize the live chat as well and send in your requests. We're going to play another song before we get out of here. And this one is Wonderful World, Beautiful People by the man himself, Mr. Jimmy Cliff. Wonderful World, Beautiful People, Jimmy Cliff. Well, it's time for us to get out of here. Flavius is already out. Have a little technical problem. So until Sunday, when we do it all over again for Mother's Day, make sure you join us on Mother's Day starting at 3 o'clock to 9 p.m. It's Pampering Mama 2020, and we're doing it live. Your participation is welcome as well. Send your requests or come online on our YouTube channel and make your requests and send greetings to your mother. So until Sunday, always remember that prayer do changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. Continue to pray. So until Sunday, this is Franco, and on behalf of Flavius, wishing you a pleasant day. Tafina to take us out with Tekwe myself.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know I said me if it could flee. Me have to take away me say. Me have to take away me say. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize my wings. Surely I clean where I ease. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. With this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize my wings. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I said, yeah. Been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To how you move, you have me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Say no goodbye, girl, let me take me ourselves. Take me ourselves. No goodbye, girl, let me take me
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.